All right, Danny Bauer here, Chief Ruckus Maker at Better Leaders, Better Schools. I need to create some content for the podcast, School Leadership Series. That's my second podcast, if you didn't know. And that is a Monday through Friday, always 5 minutes or less, typically around 3 minutes of content. And so, what I'd like to try to do, I don't know necessarily how it's going to show up on your end, but I'd like to show you just me recording the podcast. So I'm going to be reading and different excerpts from my book, and also sharing my screen. I'll probably take my picture down as well. The other thing I'm going to say also is that I won't be looking at comments. So feel free to put them in. I'll try to get to them after the live video. But I just thought this might be fun. I mean, we'll see. We'll see about that. And so I'm going to show you behind the scenes in terms of creating the podcast. Hey, Tijuana, great to see you. And it's been a long time. So happy you're here. Thanks for hopping on. And so, yeah, I'm just really going to narrate some of this. So it's for the podcast. And if you'd like to just, hear and actually literally read along with my new book, that'll be out September 28th, published with Corwin and the School Superintendents Association. I'm so thrilled, to talk about how, I support school leaders. So I think you'll enjoy this, and let me get this going. And so we're going to start recording right now. Let me pull up. I use Audacity, which is, I think you'll be able to see this. This is a free tool in terms of recording. You can record on StreamYard too for a podcast or Zoom. But if I'm doing it just myself, this is how I prefer to do it. And I'm going to turn okay, that's good. I don't want anything coming out of the speakers. All right, brilliant. All right, hey, it's Danny, Chief Ruckus Maker over at Better Leaders, Better Schools. And today's show is going to be a different. Actually, all the shows, probably for the next at least 2 weeks, I bet, are going to be a bit different in the sense that I am super excited. My new book is coming out. It's being published with Corwin and the School Superintendents Association, and it's called Mastermind: Unlocking Talent Within Every School Leader. And so, for at least the next 2 weeks, I want to read the first chapter to you, just like it's an audiobook experience, to hopefully get you excited as I am about this new book being out there. And hopefully, if you enjoy it, it's available on Amazon, it's available at the Corwin website. You could even go to my website, betterleadersbetterschools.com/free chapter, all one word, and get a sample chapter for free. Cool. So today we are going to go into chapter 1, and the section is called What I've Noticed. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. And that's a quote by Lao Tzu. Since 2016, it's been my privilege to serve more than 100 school leaders from around the world in a professional development experience called the Mastermind. Over the years, I have found that leaders enroll in the Mastermind for similar reasons. And there's a figure, that's in the book about that, and I could, read it to you a little bit later. But here's some things that are typically said in terms of reasons people join the Mastermind. They say, I feel like I'm on an island. I don't trust my colleagues at the local or district level. This job is hard. My district doesn't build my capacity. My district won't send me to conferences. I need to support accomplishing my goals. I lack a network of peers to admit what I don't know and ask for help. All of these reasons are significant and important to address, but of all the challenges cited, the most common reason leaders join the Mastermind is their desire to grow. Mastermind members want to surround themselves with peers who understand the role, are committed to sharpening their skill set, and want to innovate in education. According to Paige Kennard, a director of instruction at Allegheny Limestone Central Schools, I want to run with other hungry leaders, people who are passionate about education and willing to do anything in their power to grow. So thanks for listening to the School Leadership Series. Up tomorrow, we're going to read an excerpt called 3 Lines That Explain It All, which is a really cool part of the book. I'll probably say that about all of them, so I'll just stop saying it's really cool. I'm so excited to be bringing this to you, so I hope you are as well. So I was reading from Mastermind Unlocking Talent Within Every School Leader. Again, that's published by Corwin, the School Superintendents Association, and is available on Amazon and the Corwin website. If you want a free chapter, go to betterleadersbetterschools.com/free chapter. Go make a ruckus. Cool. So that is that in terms of recording the show. I'm glad I made a mistake in front of you too, because I could show you real quick. I don't typically, if I do editing, it's very, very light at this point, and my team takes care of it. And so what you'll notice, or what I'll look for, is a bit of a gap when I made the mistake in pronunciation. So just bear with me for a second to find that, and then you'll see how to like quickly just cut it out. I thought it was around the 2-minute mark. Maybe I didn't pause long enough because I'm doing this live. Let's see here. Ask for help. All of these reasons are significant and important to address. But all of the challenges cited. Yeah, that's what I made this. But of all the challenges cited. Okay. But all of the challenges. Yep. And so then you just highlight and click D for delete, and it's zapped. So we're good to go there. I do know I said something in the beginning. I don't know if I care that much about getting rid of it. Experience called the mastermind. Over the years, I have found that leaders enroll in the mastermind for similar reasons. And there's a figure, that's in the book about that. Yeah, that's where I start talking about the figure. And I should have read the text before doing the first podcast episode, but it's all good. Again, I love making mistakes live because you can learn from them. And so anyways, long story short, and since you see my screen too, I think the figure should show up. Oh, maybe it doesn't because this is the audio script. Okay. Anyways, there's a picture that there's a little cartoon guy, and you can see what I highlighted, I believe. And so he's like has thought bubbles and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to try to edit that part out real quick, and then we'll be done with that. There's a figure, that's in the book about that, and I can, read it to you a little bit later. But here's some things that are typically said. Okay, so I'll just delete that and just make sure the flow is good. Let's double check. In the mastermind for similar reasons. But here's some things that are typically said. Yep, good enough. So progress, not perfection. That's how I roll. I'm going to show you my screen again, just so you can see behind the scenes. And so this is going to be episode 1 of season 4. I have to double check with my team member that we haven't started season 4 yet. But either way, it's going to be what I've noticed is the title. I don't need actually any of this kind of stuff. So I'll just delete all that for now. I'm not even going to worry about it actually. Okay, cool. And then what I do, I'm only showing you this because I don't have time to record another one. I have a meeting at 1. But if I go to this sheet 1, this is a really cool tool. Then I paste it in here. Okay, I'll add myself, Daniel Bauer, and then my tag. And so what should happen next is I use a tool called Zapier, which is just absolutely fantastic. This is going to, when a new line is added to that spreadsheet, typically I just let this run in the background, but I want to show you like how this whole thing works. So I'm going to run that zap. And it should find, I really hope it finds. Yep, it found the one new item. I need to also, so I'll close that. I'll show you where it went. It went into Trello. And I have a board with my team with all the new content. Okay. And so you could see right here that it showed up, right? So that's just what I did. And it gives my team all the information they need to load this up for the podcast next Monday, right? So that's pretty much it. School Leadership Series, that's there. I will tell the audio engineer, Dragon. I will tell Abby, who is my virtual assistant. Believe it or not, new content for SLS. Much more coming your way. And so they will be good to go. They'll get a little notification and we're set there. Now, the only thing I didn't do is I need to make sure that um, actually, let me make her a little note too. Uh, Abby, please note this is season 4 now, episode 1, unless you've already started season 4 for me. Okay. So that's something good that she needs. Okay, that's good. And then you just make yourself, I got to put this in Dropbox. That's where we do that. Okay. Season 4, episode 1, what I've noticed. And we got to make sure we're in the right spot. So it's not Better Leaders, Better Schools podcast. I have a different one for school leadership series and raw files. Okay, I think we're good there. So season 4, episode 1, we'll save that in there. Yeah, and we should be good to go. So hopefully that made a lot of sense. I'll just do no more screen sharing. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you got value from that. That was fun for me. And so that's just kind of behind the scenes how that works. Couple high level things. Systems help leaders be successful. So the system is set up, a ton of work in the beginning, training my awesome team, and literally I just have to hit record, send it to them. Now we're off to the races. And so, and I don't have to touch it again. So they take care of it. They do a great job. So that's a pro level tip. 2, repurposing content, right? So work smarter, not harder. What do I need to create for the show and that kind of thing? Might as well do this because the content's already written. It'll provide value to people, and promotes the book, which I'm really excited is out. Thank you, Tijuana. So great to see you again too. And what else did I want to say just in closing? Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, please check out the book. So available on Corwin, available on Amazon. Get a free chapter from our website, betterleadersbetterschools.com/free chapter. And Tijuana, we've talked for a while. Like, I'm just going to put this out there in the public. I would love to support you. We've had some chats. I would, even if that doesn't make sense, if it's not the right time or season, honestly, I'm saying this in public, would love to catch up, and I'll put my money where my mouth is, and I'll reach out to you later today when my meetings are over to see if you would just like to catch up and see how things are going. Okay, cool. So everybody else that's watching the replay, put your number 1 insight in the comments. Same thing with you, Tijuana, if you want to. What was your number 1 insight watching today's video? Have a great day and go make a ruckus. Bye for now.